All right.
Hello and welcome to another episode of With Enough Prep Time. I'm your host, the Nerd Man, and today I'm here with Fenya, the Ice Wolf, back again, and we're going to be discussing. Invincible. I just saw it. I pretty much binge watched like three episodes in a row, and was like, what the fuck is this? This is kind of cool. It's really strange. It's really strange, but I like it a lot. And yeah, it was twisted, but it was kind of interesting. It's intriguing. Like there's a mystery at the center of it that I don't want spoiled, but maybe you can elaborate on. But yeah, so can you tell me, because Fenya is basically a huge fan of the series, so maybe you can let us know what.
Yeah. Okay then. Greetings to you all. This is Fenrir here, and unlike the Nerd Man, I'm a huge fan of the Invincible lore and its universe on itself. So let's begin. The story revolves around the young Mark Grayson, as we all know, who his name itself on its own is literally just a callback to the great Dick Grayson, Batman's sidekick. Literally, this whole comic book was based around rip-offs and pretty much parodies of other characters from any comic book medium. We got literally the Immortal, that is a rip-off of Vandal Savage mixed with a little bits of Superman. We have, War Woman, who's Wonder Woman, definitely. I mean, did you not see every member of the Guardians of the Go was literally the Justice League, was just with a small difference? Seriously, the whole thing was based on that. So the story follows.
Mm-hmm. Go on, please.
Yeah, the story follows around the young Mark Grayson.
So the story follows around the young Mark Grayson.
Grayson, yes, it is. He's half human, half Voltrumite. Well, Voltrumite from his father's side. His father came to Earth to protect it, so he says. But from what we get in through the images of the first three episodes, you can understand there is something way deep on that. And for you fans that have not read the books, trust me, it is something messed up. It is something very messed up. You just don't see it coming because of the father's nature originally as a father and a husband and as pretty much as a human. But you get to see these scenes where he loses. Like the murder, him killing an entire alien civilization, losing it.
Wait. By the way, let's just go spoiler alert and let's go over what the plot is basically. So I'm just going to give a quick synopsis because you're obviously very excited to talk about this. But let's for those who've watched it, hopefully you've watched it. If you haven't, go and watch it and then come back and then we'll you can join us for this discussion. But in general, as I said, it's kind of a weird one to even describe what I actually watched as a new viewer. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if it was going to be very like more Deadpool-y, or if it was going to be quite serious, or if it was going to be I just didn't know I didn't even know if it was a kid's cartoon or not, basically, when I first saw it. So essentially the show follows Omni-Man, who is played by J.K. Simmons, who's a great.
You cannot see this man speak and the way he looks and not think about him screaming for pictures of Spider-Man. You just can't.
Yeah,
look at his face. Look at his face and the voice. You just cannot. You just see him screaming that.
That's true. So it follows Omni-Man, and he's basically a superhero from a different planet. What's the planet called? What was it called again? Ultram. The planet is called
Voltrum.
Voltrum. Okay, so he's from the planet Voltrum, but he's come to Earth to basically be a defender of Earth. And he has a family here now. He's settled down, and he has these amazing powers from being from Voltrum. Basically, he's Superman. Like, he's this universe's Superman. And it starts off with you discover that his son, like the Voltramese, I guess, at a certain age, start showing their powers, and his son is at that age. So his son is basically, a normal high school kid and whatever, and he's waiting for his powers to kick in, and we watch as the first moments of his powers kicking in, and the relationship between him and his dad, as his dad trains him to be a next generation superhero, or so we think. That's what
Yeah.
we think so far. Now, along this, you have various different superhero teams that are modeled after, the Justice League, the X-Men,
Teen
I
Titans.
don't, Teen Titans. I don't think we've seen the Avengers style one yet, but basically that there's essentially a team. Various teams that are warding off, threats from the universe, essentially. So aliens every once in a while come and attack, Earth, and these superheroes generally dispatch with them in particularly violent ways. And so that's
Yeah.
basically the setup of the story. Also, we think until basically the team that Omni-Man is part of in the first episode, I believe it was the
The
first
Guardians of the
episode
Globe.
anyway.
He wasn't actually a
Yeah,
member, but he was basically a second batch character that comes in and joins, like in those old Justice League episodes.
yeah, exactly. So he's basically, each one of them, the ones is like Wonder Woman, one's like Flash, one's like, I guess there's one like Martian
Aquaman,
Manhunter and stuff,
Martian
Aquaman,
Manhunter. Yeah,
and
Aquarius and Martian Man.
I,
Literally, the
I
names
actually,
say who they are.
yeah, I actually really liked these characters, and I was hoping, oh, they're gonna be like a hardcore version of the Justice League, and we're gonna see them
Yeah,
throughout the series. But it
dude, be
doesn't, it
grateful.
doesn't, it doesn't quite turn out like that, because by the end of the first episode, Omni-Man, having shown no sign before of being anything but a benefactor, and maybe he's a bit rough on his son at times. He can be a bit of a douche, but like in general, he's supposed to be like the Superman of this planet, and he just murders all of his heroic kind of colleagues on this hero team. So that's where it kind of like ends in the first episode, and then the story kind of moves on from there as people are investigating the murder of what is this universe's Justice League. So it's like the CIA and various other people are investigating their murder, trying to figure out this mystery. So that's where we're at with the show and what it's about. So tell me, what you said you've been waiting for this for a long time. What's the source material from? When was it? You said you'd been waiting for some years to see this
Well,
comic.
the comic. Well, the
Yeah.
comic book began in 2003, a year after I was born. Literally, I got into it around 2008. If I remember correctly, I was a little bit around there. I can't exactly remember, but I read all the comic books up until it finally finished in 2018.
So what? You're 18, 19?
140. I'm 19.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Wow. Incredible. I didn't
Yeah,
know
I'm
you were that
freaking
young,
young.
Kenya. Okay, go on.
Yeah, I'm super young. Yeah. Well, the comic books had 144 issues, and they were amazing. We know it was a parody of them, but it was like its own unique thing. I mean, it is literally known as the most blood and violence-filled comic book in history of comic books with superheroes.
Is it
Literally,
because the heroes are Asian, so or the family of the main characters are Asian. Is it
well,
an American?
only
Is it an American comic, or is it like a Japanese comic, or
it
where
was
does it
created by
actually?
Robert Kirkman. It was made by Robert Kirkman, the man who made The Walking Dead. And no, this in the comic book they're all white. They only made them Asian here because of the whole representation crap. And they did a lot of race swap and gender swaps. Well, you want to know something? I don't care because it didn't make that the concentration. They literally It just happened. They are not doing anything with it. It is still entertainment and good, and I don't care. It was race swapping and gender swapping, but I do not care.
Well,
It is
the
good.
create. I think the creator is actually, because I
Robert
saw
Kirkman, yeah,
Robert Kirkman.
he's way more into this. He's way more into this. That's how I know it's actually good, because he actually gives a shit, because he actually loves his creation. So wants to
Yeah, and
make it entertaining.
he's basically uh, very involved in the project of the actual animated series. So I imagine um, I imagine that he didn't mind the race swapping. So he was
Yeah, and
involved
I
in the
have to
project.
admit,
It's his characters, so
yeah, and
he kind
also
of.
a lot of the race swappings were done because of the whole Hollywood doesn't accept voice actors that don't have the exact same race as the characters, despite the fact that's completely ridiculous. So they had to do it literally because some characters were white while being voiced by black characters, and some black characters being voiced by white ones. So they had to do the alteration. I
Right,
don't
I
blame
see.
them. Hollywood is a mess.
I see. But in any case, so it's an American-based comic by the writer of The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And yeah, you said it started some years ago. So I thought that this, was going to wrap up in 2 episodes. I didn't think that this was a long series. I was surprised that by the end of episode 3, we hadn't figured out the mystery or anything like that.
Dude,
So
it's
how
144
long
issues.
are we expecting this thing to continue for?
It's 100. It starts from issue number 1 to 144. It literally began in 2003 to 2018. There is a lot of stories, and this is just talking about the original comic book. There's still a lot of spin-offs. Literally, there's a whole Guardians of the Globe and Invincible Universe comic book that literally goes around the other heroes of this world. They will probably keep this going for a long time, because streaming companies like Amazon like to milk the cash cows they have, and Invincible has a big backing,
And
despite it
so
being less money.
Omni-Man, is it going to be following Omni-Man and his family throughout the series, or is it going to switch it up like next
Well,
season or something like that? Or don't spoil it too much, but I just want
well,
to know like what's to expect. Is it something following that character? Maybe that's too much of a spoiler. Actually, I don't know if I should. That might be too much of a spoiler. But
okay.
okay, let me ask this. What did you think of this as an adaptation? Is it a very true adaptation?
Well, there are some alterations, I'll admit it, but it seems incredibly respectful of the source material, despite the race swappings and gender swappings. But it's still very respectful. The character designs may be a little kooky, but they are almost perfect. The way they act, and I love that they gave us more time with the Guardians of the Globe, because literally in the comic issue they show up, they literally just kill them. Just
Mm,
like that. They don't even give them a fighting chance, which was
yeah,
boring. Here they give us more. They give us about their past, their story, their family members, who they are. Because in the comic, it always felt a bit emotionless. They want us to care about the Guardians of the Globe, but why? We don't know anything about them. But here we know who they are. We know they have families, people that love them, people that depend of them, which make us care more about the character and their state.
well, I like them a lot, and I was like kind of like shocked by
What the
their
fuck?
death.
I
I
know.
was like, yeah, like I was. To be fair, Omni Man was almost my least favorite, and I liked the rest of them. I wanted to see more of what was happening with them.
Well,
Yeah, there was that.
well,
There
yeah.
was one of them,
Well,
I think, the Martian one, right? He's supposed to be like Martian
Martian
Man.
Man. His name is literally Martian Man.
Yeah, so he was like hanging out with like some kid or something. Like he was half
I know.
Billy Batson, half Martian Manhunter. Like it was playing with the tropes of Captain
Yeah.
Marvel as well as Martian Manhunter there, because he's hanging out with like this homeless kid. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, I was really intrigued by all that, and I'm just wondering, is that it for them? But don't spoil it. I guess don't spoil it. Let's keep to the actual episode itself, or the episodes we've seen. What? So What was your overall impression? What did you think? You enjoyed it a lot?
I did enjoy it a lot, and it was an amazing depiction. I mean, even the demon detective was way better here than it was in the comic. They actually make him seem like a demon. In the comic books, they're very not specific if magic exists or not exists in this world. It's very confusing. Is it magic or just sci-fi? But here they literally say magic does exist in sci-fi, and they show it.
Yeah, I really liked it. I'm gonna say, like, I wasn't head over heels. I thought that I liked it when it was more serious, and then it would stray into comedy every once in a while. And to be honest, I'm just like, I didn't know that the comedy like fit in. Like, I think they needed to either go the comic route where it's just a comedy, or just take it really seriously, like like Spawn or something like that. The Spawn animated show.
Dude,
But
if I'm going to be honest with you, the comic was a bit more serious than the show.
Yeah, it seems
and a bit more fast.
It seems a little bit comic for the severity of what's happening. It's like there's real serious kind of like stakes involved in what's happening. But I love the sci-fi concepts. I love this alien invasion thing where the aliens come from a world where time moves I guess faster. So
yeah,
so time moves faster. So when they come to Earth and they try and invade it, even though they're technologically
it takes
advanced,
time and they're slowly starting to die. Yeah, that was in the comic too.
Yeah, that was really, really. I love when they have those sci-fi concepts in these cartoon shows, like kind of like Rick and Morty. They have these.
So then get ready. You're going to see a lot more.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, there's not much like I have like really to say about it. It's more just intriguing to me at the moment. I'm not like I don't love it yet. I just really like it. It's I guess a breath of fresh air, but there's a lot of shows like this recently. With The Boys, this one now. Where like it's becoming
common.
more like, let's do a parody of these
superheroes and have them be monsters and blood-soaking evil guys. Yeah, Amazon has this habit of grabbing something with heroes and turning into monsters. I mean, I'm not going to say that I didn't like The Boys or Invincible, because I did like them both, but yeah, they have this habit of doing this, and it's really, really demeaning, because I like stories of positivity with heroes that will end up saving lives and do heroic and moral things.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it, but it's just you reminded me that actually The Boys is on Amazon as well, which is kind of funny. But like, it is a very, very similar story to The Boys, right? It's like,
yeah, you have no idea.
Omni-Man is basically, what's it called?
Billy Butcher? No, wait, you mean the Homelander?
He's basically Homelander, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the thing I do like about this is that they play more into, it's not just like some chemical compound or something like that has transformed them into superheroes. They actually genuinely come from like foreign worlds and
I
alien
never liked
worlds
that.
and stuff. Oh, you didn't like that in this? I like that in Invincible.
No, I'm talking about The Boys. The whole Compound V thing. I didn't like that. I like the existence of infinite possibilities.
Yeah, exactly. I like it when it's like this is really a dark version of the DC universe and the X-Men universe. I think mainly the X-Men and DC universe. It hasn't so much gone into like the Marvel universe. It's not got like a Spider-Man or
X-Men. X-Men is the property of Marvel.
Oh no, but you know what I mean? Like the X-Men is almost like you can tell that story separately from the Marvel universe. They don't. Yeah. In fact, it's always been kind of weird with the X-Men that it actually it coexists with. Like,
I never saw the sense of that, because They hate mutants, but they have no problem with beings like Thor and Hulk who can literally destroy entire countries if they want to. But
Right.
mutants who can just make a small little wind, that's a problem for them.
Yeah,
That's kind of idiotic. Never saw the
I
sense in that.
I always thought that was kind of hokey. So yeah, this one, as I was saying, is much more. It's more like the X-Men universe and the DC, gods and whatever from different planets and stuff like that being
Yeah.
the protectors of Earth. So I like that a lot. I really love the casting as well. All
Yeah, it's a good
of
casting. I
everyone.
mean, I literally thought because they were going to do the race swappings and all, it was going to be awful. But it's obvious that Kirkman really gave his ass off and looking to the perfect voices. Because, fun fact, these are all the same people that worked on either The Walking Dead or some other project Kirkman has been part of.
Wow, Ezra Miller's part of Ezra Miller's in this. Who's
Wait,
D.A.
wait, what?
Sinclair? Ezra
D.A.
Miller.
Sinclair.
Yeah. John
Huh.
Hamm is in it. There's a lot of oh wow, even there's some real like Jeffrey Donovan, like it's a fantastic cast, really is.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. D.A. Sinclair is an asshole that I not like in the comic because that's how he was. He's a villain who goes work for the good guys. But yeah, oh shit, did I just spoil it for you?
Don't worry, just just don't yeah, don't worry about it. Just I didn't even hear what you said, so just
Ah,
don't
thank
repeat it.
Christ. But
Um
yeah, yeah, yeah. The role fits Miller. It fits Ezra Miller. They even look alike if I think about it.
yeah, I mean so it's got Mark Hamill as Art Rosenberg. So in terms of the voice casting, the people that stick up for me was
Mark Hamill,
Jason
J.K. Simmons, and Mark Hamill. Those
Lucas
two.
as Rex. I've got a hot take on Mark Hamill. I have a really hot take on Mark Hamill. I like him as an actor, but I don't think his
Yeah,
Joker is the best at all.
dude. How can you?
I,
Okay,
I,
we can agree to disagree. I'll admit the Joker has had his flaws, but you gotta admit, between all the other animated movie versions, his laughter and his way of acting was more iconic and closer to the comic books.
sure, but I prefer like even even in voice acting, there's Jokers that I prefer. Like, I mean, and I think once you go into film, I think Jack Nicholson was better. I think uh, Joaquin Phoenix was better. I think all of them, like, and what's his name from The Dark Knight was better than Mark Hamill. I think all of them are better than Mark Hamill.
Dude.
There's he's probably in the top 3 for me in voice animation Jokers, but I still think there's a couple I prefer. I like the guy from Batman Under the Red Hood better than Mark Hamill. I think his Joker's more interesting. And I certainly like fucking hell. The Dark Knight Returns Joker as well. I think he's really, really good and underrated as well. That's one of the best Jokers. So
Yeah, but not a lot of
Mark
people.
Hamill's fantastic, and it. But the even worse for me is who's Kevin Conroy as Batman. I think he's one of the most overrated voice actors of all time. Honestly.
Yeah, he is the best. I mean, and it's weird they're not using him to do a freaking live action Batman Beyond. They want to do live action remakes of everything. Hire him as
No,
Bruce
I'm
Wayne
saying
Beyond.
he's overrated. I'm not. No, I don't want to see him
Oh,
in live action. I think he's overrated. I don't think he's underrated. I think he's overrated.
oh,
Just a hot take.
yeah.
Maybe we'll discuss it one day. I don't know. I look.
Okay, let's keep that for the future.
We'll keep that for the future. Let's stick to this. But I do. By the way, if you're watching, please do like, comment, subscribe. Love the comments as well. I always answer to the comments. But yeah, I mean, I think we've almost talked like really, just the casting, as I said, the casting is just fantastic all the way through. I really liked Cecil Stedman,
Yeah,
whoever
yeah,
played
he's like
him. Martin
he's
Goggins,
this universe's Nick Fury mixed
Nick
with
Fury.
Amanda Waller. The Global Defense Organization. It's not the CIA, which he's leading. He's leading the Global Defense Organization. It's
Yeah,
way has a lot more power and a lot more resources than Shield.
he was really cool. And then there's Omni Man, J.K. Simmons. You can't go wrong with that. I don't remember who Mark Hamill was in this, to be fair.
Art Rosenblatt, the guy who makes the superhero costumes.
Oh, okay, cool. He was good then. I remember that character, but they were all good, and we were even talking about Seth Rogen. Now I know he's Alan the Alien, who was one of my favorite characters. Like of all the humor that actually worked in the show, Alan the Alien was the best one.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Like
gonna
where he
take
was.
some time, but trust me, Alan's coming back.
So one thing I want to talk about before we leave is Invincible and Omni Man and their relationship together. This is one thing that I'm really like kind of puzzled over because the way J.K. Simmons is playing it, it's like really, really good. Like I don't know, and without spoilers, if you can discuss this, I don't know if he loves his son or family. I don't know if that's just like part because he killed all these people, but I get the sense that he does actually care about his family. But then there's little moments like he punches the shit out of his son during the training, and you're just like, was that a sadistic element to him, or was he really training him, or what's going on? And again, without spoilers, if you want to explore that idea.
Well, Omni Man. Well, he's a very confusing character in the beginning of the issues, but as time progresses, he starts to realize himself things that he did not know in the past, like emotions and thoughts. Because it has seemed really, there's not a lot. Let's just say that in a certain way, his family was more of a disguise, we may say. Because if you're an alien, what would make it better for the government that knows who you are to literally make them think that you are literally protecting the planet? You have a wife and kid that are from here. They will think that you'll put them first above everything, so they'll trust you immediately.
Okay, so all right. I'm not going to go into it any further because it seems like that was a spoiler. that seems too spoiler because I didn't know that from these episodes. I just thought that like from the three episodes that I saw, that you don't know. He could be. I don't even know what his plan is or why he did that. For all I know, somebody was controlling him. I really don't
that's
even
not
know
exactly that.
Well, don't.
Not exactly.
Okay.
There's a lot of different ideologies to put on that, but seriously, this thing, why can't they just bring it all at once like they do all the time with the boys? Like, this is blocking a lot of conversation and comments we can be dropping right now.
Yeah. Well, look, do you think from what you've read, it's going to go on for more than one season, right? It's going to go on for 2, 3, 4 seasons, yeah?
Well, they had a lot of arcs, a lot of great ones. A lot of arcs. So I do believe that this could go for maybe 3 to 4 seasons, maybe. If they put in the spin-off comics, then probably 7 if they put in the spin-offs. But who knows?
Okay. Well, all in all, I really enjoyed it. I mean, I don't have much more to really discuss about it than that. I just really kind of liked it. And,
seriously, this thing has to drop off immediately. Once all the episodes are out, we got to do a stream. Once all the episodes are out and you've seen everything, we got to do a stream speaking about that because there's a lot I could be talking about right now, man. I'm really limiting myself here.
Yeah, I can see that. It's kind of hard to talk about the characters without like spoiling the potential of where it's going.
Let me tell you, one of their most perfect depictions was Monster Girl. She's freaking perfect here.
Oh, I liked Monster Girl a lot. I thought that was weird that she gets younger every time
she turns.
because
And
like
the
how
younger she
because she
gets, the
can't.
stronger she gets. It's kind of like the Hulk. The younger she gets, the stronger she gets. Literally, there's a issue where she becomes a baby, freaking giant
Oh
monster at your ass.
don't
Don't
spoil
worry,
it.
it's not a huge spoiler. It was literally another dimension,
Okay.
so not exactly canon.
Okay, but like what I was gonna, so the younger she gets this, I like that actually. But what I was gonna say about her though is maybe they should have aged her up a little because she's like a kid now. So I can't imagine like where are they gonna go with this
Oh,
character?
trust me, trust me.
I don't, but
they're
what
not,
I mean
they're
is
gonna
that
fix it.
like she if she's getting younger every time, then she's gonna be a baby within like
Dude,
5 times of turning into a monster.
the answer was literally in front of you. Remember the Flaxons? The answer's right
Right.
there.
Oh, okay. All right. One thing I was going to say about her that weirded me out though is that she said she started talking about dating. First of all, she
Yeah,
started talking about a guy's penis, which was really weird because she's a kid. And then she
yeah,
started talking about dating and how at first she was dating she couldn't get older men to date her, obviously. And then she said she now dates little kids. And I was like,
but
whoa, that's
technically the
weird.
only ones that well, technically
That's
the only
weird.
ones that would probably be interested in her will be literally teenagers her age. And technically not weird because she
She's
is
not a
magically this.
teenager. She's not a
Well,
teenager.
physically she is, mentally not.
No,
Physically yes, mentally not.
she was about 12.
24.
No, but she's
24.
12. Her body is 12 years old. Like about
Yeah,
12, 11. She
yeah,
didn't seem like a teenager. So that's why I'm
yeah.
saying. So she's dating 12, like kids her age, like when she's 24. That's weird
Yeah, I
in
think she's
mind.
gonna wait a little bit before starting dating. But you saw how Robot acted with her.
No. Oh, I like the
Yeah,
robot guy.
yeah.
He was
He okay. Just to say, he's not a rip of Iron Man nor of Lex Luthor. He is literally a character of his own. People tend to say that he's Lex Luthor, but no, he's a character of his own.
Yeah, it's Zachary Quinto plays him. Rudy
Yeah, and he
Com.
does it perfect. That's a spoiler alert. The two of them are gonna. Look, you saw how Robot literally freed up the Mahler twins. That was also in the comic. It has some. Oh, for fuck's sake! This is literally done. There's a lot to speaking about this, man.
Don't control
So
yourself,
much
man.
saying.
Don't spoil the shit for people. All right, look.
Seriously.
So all right, we're gonna leave it there because it's almost impossible to do this without spoilers. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back when the series ends, and then we're gonna discuss everything that
Man.
happens when that goes down. But thank you for joining me today, Fenya. And
Yeah.
we'll maybe jump on another stream and talk about something we can fully talk about. But again, please give me a high five, smash that like button, subscribe for more content. Obviously, that's the big red button with subscribe on it. And obviously, comment. We love the comments so that we can have a discussion about your impressions on the first episodes of Invincible. And apart from that, thanks so much. I'll see you on the flip side and love you 3000.